Alright, today we're going to be teaching you how to paint your calipers and drums. So a few materials that you're going to be needing is your jack stands, your jack, you're going to need a grinder, you're going to need your key for your lugs, also a tire iron, you're also going to need your safety glasses, some masking tape, you're also going to need some dupli-color prep wipes. You're going to obviously need the paint. Caliper paint has to be 500 degrees resistant. And some newspaper and a hammer just in case, just to get the brakes off. Alright, so the first thing you gotta do is jack up your car. After you do that, you can put your stands on either side of the car so you can do both drums at the same time. After that, you gotta loosen up your lug nuts. So you're gonna get your key and your tire iron. And all you gotta do is just twist them out. I already twisted these out already, so I can do it by hand. Alright, after you get all your lug nuts off, you want to take your rim off, your tire off, sorry. Just take it off like that, and that exposes the drum, which we're going to be painting. The next step is grinding. First thing you gotta have is your grinding goggles, because these things right here will come off and hit you in the eye. So you're just going to be grinding this whole drum brake right here. This one was originally painted, but we're going to redo it because it's starting to chip. I didn't do this one, but that's what we're doing. So I'll show you what it's supposed to look like the whole way around. So here we go. You see already how the paint is chipping off, but it's black under here. So we still got to go through this one and get to the silver metal. So I'll show you what it looks like after that. Okay, once you're done grinding, you're going to want to use your degreaser. I actually didn't put this in the materials list, but you're going to need a degreaser and an old toothbrush. But you're going to get your degreaser and your toothbrush, and you're just going to get inside the cracks and edges. You're just going to spray it on, and just going to get inside the cracks and edges and just scrub the hell out of it. You just want to get all that paint off, and then just do that until you're satisfied. Alright, so after you're done degreasing, what you're going to do is you're going to tape the drum up all around so you don't get it on your car, on the floor, or anything. Just make sure that the only thing that's showing is the drum. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like when it's all taped. After you tape it, you're going to use your dupli-color prep wipes, and you're just going to wipe it down a little bit. You just want to barely wipe it down because the prep wipe gets out all the little grime and dust. See, look how black that already is, and just not even wiping it down yet. Make sure you get everywhere, because this is what makes it. This is what makes the paint stick to the drum. You just want to get it everywhere. All right. After you wipe that down, just let it dry for a little bit. Then you're gonna want to use your dupli-color paint. Shake well, and this is the first layer you're going to do out of 3. So here's the first layer. You don't want to put it too close when you're painting because you'll make it drip. Alright, so after you're done painting all 4 layers, usually only 3, but you do the 4th one for touch-ups, you should end up something like this. So we're going to let this dry for about 35 minutes. After that, take the tape off from the middle, and then take all the tape off the car, and then it should be dry to the touch by then, and then put your tire back on. Be careful not to touch or scrape the drum, because that will screw the whole thing up. And then while this dries, we're going to go do the other drum. Alright, so now we're on the front calipers. We're going to be grinding these down, but a couple things to tell you before we start grinding. You do not want to grind your brake line. If you grind your brake line, you're screwed. You have to, you don't want to go through that. Okay. Another thing you want to watch out for is your bleeder screw. It's right here. Usually there's a cap on it. Don't hit that. Another thing you want to avoid for your brake pads, they come with the clips. Just try to avoid the clips, that's all. You know, it's not really big deal if you hit them, but just try to avoid them. Alright, so after you grinded the majority of the paint off, you're going to want to use your degreaser and your toothbrush. I already did that. So once you do that, let it dry for a little bit until it's dry to the touch, and then you're going to want to tape everything off so it's just the caliper. Alright, so here it is taped up. So this is what it's going to look like when you tape it up. You just want the caliper showing. You don't have to worry about all this behind because no one's going to see that. You're just worried about the front and the side. So after you tape it up, you want to apply your dupli-color prep wipe again, just like the drums. And just do the same process, painting wise, as the drums. 3 layers. Wait 15 minutes each in between each layer. And let the last layer set for about 35 minutes. And then I'll see you when this is painted. And make sure you get the bottom because you don't want to miss that. Alright, so I'll see you in about 4 layers. Alright, so we just finished up painting the calipers and the drums. So the calipers came out pretty good. You can see that through the rim. The rim's pretty dirty, so. You can come to the back and look at the drums. Drums look pretty good too. And if you follow all those steps, then you just learned how to paint your drums and calipers. Alright, so here we have it taped up. This is what it's going to look like when you're done. And now all you gotta do is... Fuck, dude. Alright, so now we're on the front cap. Alright, so we just finished finishing up the picture. Alright, so we just finished painting up the caliper.